We now have uh, here to introduce to you Ms. Swati Damle. She's a PMP certified IT software professional with over 14 years of experience in software developments and applications. Currently, she's serving as a business analyst and holds a B degree in electronics. She has extensive volunteering experience with PMI, and she has contributed to updates in the PMP study materials as well. She has served various roles, including representing various committees and the board of directors as vice president of information technology for PMI Mumbai chapter. She's also part of the South Asia Core Team Women Engagement Committee. Welcome, Swati ma'am.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, thank you. So let's start and let us have this as a interactive session. So please feel free to share your thoughts throughout our discussion and throughout our session in the chat window. You all are welcome to share your thoughts and let us make it a truly interactive session. Let us brainstorm. Let us have a think over. Let us make it as a practice to think over and arrive at certain uh, conclusion together rather than I am presenting or I am share and you are listening. We will have and very much interactive because it's a problem of everyone getting inclusion and arriving at a balanced society is aim of every individual. It's not only for women, it is for everyone, every individual. And right now why we are saying it is required for women, because in project management profession if we see, the percentage is still low, and volunteering with PMI if we see, we are trying to encourage and collaborate, and through a collaborative efforts we are just trying to uh, get a balanced situation, achieve a balanced situation where everyone is in the. So this session is actually restarting after a career break. It can happen for anyone. The only reason for taking it on women's league session, women's league base is because more of a time it happens that due to some due to yeah, everyone has started replying also. That is great in the chat, refreshing tea. So the only reason why we are discussing here is because usually it is still the person. If we see the percentage, more women often have to take the career break due to n number of reasons. Uh, and that is the reason why we are discussing it here on in the Empower Women in Project Management. But the session equally applies to every individual, whoever is striving to achieve the balance and whoever is trying to restart after a career break. May it be also for because people want to explore some new hobbies, explore businesses, and afterwards they feel, "Nahi, I want to come back to uh, usual career path or career journey." So it equally applies to everyone. So whoever is striving to achieve that work-life balance, to achieve our hobbies as well as to achieve the work, the demanding work, corporate worlds where we have to dedicate entire time once we start working. So to achieve the right balance, we have to take a break in our careers, just like we need a coffee break. After reaching the office, we start working, but in between, we need a coffee break. And I am seeing there are a lot of responses in chat that by looking at the image, I feel it's a refresh. Yes, we need to refresh ourselves. It is a cup of refreshing tea. Every morning, having a cup of coffee refreshes our thoughts. We start the day with a fresh cup of coffee, and it's a symbol of break time. So, exactly, good start of the day, yes. And exactly, it is the same vision that after we may need to take some break to regenerate ourselves, so that after when we start back the work, instead of pulling the things, just tired means when if we are feeling tired and if we are just stretching off the things, we are not able to give our 100% attention to either of the and not to either of the things we are working also, and also to ourselves. So it is necessary to keep ourselves fresh. We absolutely need to take a break at certain times. We will take a deeper look into it, why we need to take a break, and how to overcome the challenges. Of course, after taking the break, we need also, there are some challenges, many challenges faced, in fact, and we will look into the details of how to overcome them. Through my experience, I will share those, and you all are also very well welcome to share your experiences as well. So let's move to next slides. So as we discussed just now, that if we pull on without the break, the life may come to end sometimes. As we are seeing nowadays, corporate life stress is increased to such a high extent that people are uh, having heart attack or kind of things at too early age, in the 50s, sometimes 30s also, and and it is also leading to some unwanted situations, so where people are taking unnecessarily stress. So if we are getting stressed up, it is always better to take a break for some time, rather than everything coming to end. It is always better we just refresh, and we have full right to give time to ourselves. So it is most important what we are enjoying, we should we should do. So if we are, of course, there is a work life balance, and there is financially also we need to support our family. So all those things are also there. Considering all those aspects, when it is time to take a break, we should take a break. It is not that immediately means we work for a few days and take a break. It's not like that. But at a certain stage of life, after working maybe for 5 years, 10 years, if we want to take a break, if our family needs, or later on also at the age of 40, 45, we may want to take some break for few years, and then we may feel fresh again to restart. So the age and things will matter, it's not. But if your will, where there is will, there is always a way. So the break period, we can move to the next slide, that the break period itself regenerates us and gives us that energy how to overcome those challenges after taking a break in career. So how to bridge this gap, that is very important. When we are taking a break in career, we should plan it right from the day when we are taking a break. It should not be at the day when we start it. uh, so means when we start our career, it should be during this break period. uh, Let us say we are taking a break of 2 3 years, fine, but all those 3 years, how we are keeping ourselves engaged, that should be planned from the day we start our break period starts, not at the end of the break period. So because we should keep that focus, we should keep that view in mind, that okay, I'm taking a break for certain period, but I want to restart my career, and with keeping that goal in my mind, how I will bridge this gap. So this is what we will see, how we will bridge the gap, and for that we have to continuously maintain ourselves in professional field throughout, during the gap, even if we are not working. There are various opportunities how we can do that. We will go and see that. So why break is necessary, we have already seen that we need time for ourselves and family. Our stretching may cause stress on and impact our health. Life is monotonous if we are just pulling ourselves. If we are doing a routine, we will never get, we may work, we may get a salary, but we will never get that satisfaction and growth that we are looking for, because we are doing it for the sake of doing it, if continuing for the sake of continuing. So life becomes monotonous, no space left to explore our hobbies, and that will definitely impact our overall health and also our work. Whatever we are delivering at the work, it will also impact. We are just doing it out of habit after some years. but not out of spontaneous. We are not, we lose the ability to think out of the box. So it is, from that point of view, it is fine to take a break, regenerate yourself, and then start. It is, as we I mentioned, it is applicable for everyone. It is not only for women as well as men. So nowadays, if both the spouse means women and men are working, it is fine to take a break. Also for men, they may also want to take a break at certain stage of life, and if the wife is working, and with mutual understanding, they can take alternate breaks and continue the family running, as well as they can enjoy their hobbies. So with collaboration, cooperation with the family, we can always plan. And what happens is passion gets regenerated after a break, keeping us motivated. Just like after having a cup of coffee, we feel refreshed. We can next few hours, we can focus fully on our work, and we can deliver better. That is the reason why we take coffee or tea breaks. So similarly, that feeling of freshness when we take a break, after that break, feeling of freshness adds more interest, adds more enthusiasm, adds more dedication and commitment in the work that we restart. Unfortunately, this awareness is not there in the industry, but I have myself taken break two times in my life. One was for 2 or 3 years, and then second was for a longer break, about 8 to 10 years, and after that I have restarted uh, successfully, and I'm now working back again. So that feeling of freshness, we always feel that when we restart, we are always eager to restart. That eagerness, that dedication, that gives us the strength to fight with everything to restart. And it really gives us, keeps us motivated from within. So, and our horizon also gets wider, because if we are doing our work, daily routine works, what happens is we know our daily task, what we are doing. uh, we are maintaining our family balance also, and we are bound in that, uh, what we are doing in the routine. If we take a break, definitely we are trying 10 more things, 10 more hobbies we are exploring. We can go to places, uh, and our horizon, our vision gets wider. That will eventually help later when we restart in our career. So let's move to next slide. So if we see the children, when they learn to ride a bicycle and balance on the bicycle very first time, initially how much effort they need to put to balance that bicycle, but once they start riding, they can go around easily, and that will not stop them. Whenever they feel, they stop that bicycle, they play with their friends around sometime, they enjoy, and then they start riding back. So if we really wish to keep ourselves happy and tuned with life, then we need to use this as a way. Our career is a vehicle, it is not ultimate aim of life. It is a vehicle that gives us satisfaction, remuneration, and everything. We have to use it wisely, when to use it, when to take a break, and when to utilize our time as well as the money earned. So by right balance, we need just the same way as we need maintenance for vehicle. In order to run it longer, we can use our time and efficiency and money wisely to keep ourselves in a right work life balance. And not necessarily that everyone may have to take a break. There could be situations, different situations in everyone's life. So as per our need, we have to decide how long we need the break, how, if we need the break at all. But it surely helps us regenerate. And with this awareness, means the purpose of this webinar is to create this awareness that it is perfectly fine, and we can restart up, to take a break, and we can restart. So let's move to the next slide. So decision to restart, when we need to restart, that is very important, when and how. So, do I have some commitment? Let us ask the question that, do I have the same commitment and passion when I started as a fresher? If the answer is yes, then just go ahead and start. If the answer is no, somewhere inside I'm having oh, I had this much experience. If I would have continued, I would have got this much CTC. I would have been on this position, and now I'm not doing anything. So what now? After I restart, I have to again start as a fresher. Just forget that. Start afresh. If I have that same commitment and passion when I started as a fresher, you will definitely succeed. So if we have start with that commitment and passion after a break, yes, we will succeed. And how to bridge this gap during the break, what we do, what we need to do, we will see in the next slide. That how for bridging this gap during the break itself, what break period itself, what precautions we can take care of, so that when we restart our journey, professional journey, it, that would help us, that will make our journey easier, that will make our struggle in reset in adjusting to the new work culture again easier. It is because nowadays technology is changing very fast, so the industry requirements are also changing fast. And if we take even a 1 year 2 year break also, we may feel that okay, we are not able to understand anything. But if we are keeping ourselves in touch, like through continuously getting touch through professional certifications like PMI, or there are many other certifications, technical certifications also. Google, Amazon, everything is available. We can always explore that, keep ourselves engaged. Even if we are not going for certifications, we can just attend those webinars, those sessions. There are many free sessions also available. Uh, Free training courses are also available. To keep our knowledge brushed up, we have to always take care that we are engaged, not necessarily continuously, but at least 2 days a week. Means if we are taking a break, at least 2 or 3 days a week, we can definitely spend in learning new things, getting our professional certifications, maintaining our PDUs if we are having PMI certifications like PMP. We can also do some courses to upgrade our skills. We can do free volunteering, freelancing with other organizations where we do not have a heavy time commitment, or we will not have a stress of work, but we will have the joy of working. We will enjoy that work if we are doing it voluntarily. And that will definitely keep us room for the next business business opportunity, or the next over work opportunity that we start. So that will keep us engaged, that will keep our brain also alert, of aware of the things, and it also expands our horizon wider. So that volunteering, freelancing opportunities, as and when we get, we should take it, and to a limited time. And if we means, this also helps us that during break period, many a times what happens, especially in case of women, I will say, that there are other friends or family members who are not working, and then they say, okay, now you're not working, no, let's go for shopping, let's go for movie, let's go for this, go here, there, let's go for picnic. Lot of things will be there, and people will keep tempting you. But you have to draw a line that okay, I will enjoy the social get-togethers and everything. But you when you have that goal in mind that after few years I have to restart my career, so you can decide your time, that okay, I will give this much time only, every month, maybe 1 or 2 days, and other days I will still focus on my professional achievements, or whatever needs. And of course we have to, whatever duties we have towards the family, towards our own self, that we are anyway doing it, irrespective of whether we are working or not working, that we will continue. But apart from duties, whatever this enjoyment things are there, we will keep automatically limited, and we will focus on our career during the break. Otherwise it becomes later, after we restart, definitely it will become very difficult. So we have to take care of these things to keep our professional engagement. uh, we can always attend PMI, means for my experience, I'm saying PMI meetings and attending. Yeah, it gives you the break also, but it also keeps you updated with the professional knowledge, and your skills are getting upgraded. Volunteering for PMI or volunteering, I was also volunteering for another organization. So these activities keep you. Someone has raised hand. We will be having a Q&A session, also a brainstorming session at the end. If there, so let us continue as of now for the presentation part. So all these things will keep us energetic, motivated, and also means whatever our social needs are there, we can do it, but to some limit, and we can keep that in mind right from the beginning. Similarly, we can engage ourselves in training sessions, give and take. We are also taking trainings, and we can also give trainings in webinars. Nowadays, especially post pandemic, Corona, lot of online sessions, webinars are also started everywhere. So we can take opportunity of that to develop ourselves, to develop our presentation skills. So we can join those webinars, forums, conferences, and that to keep our social, what we say, social needs, means away. But if we are socializing with people, just family members or friends who are not so keen on being professional work, then our mentality also slightly starts changing. So we have to really take that balanced approach. How much time to spend in with non-professional our family for our socialization and professional socialization during the break period. So we have to always take that call on ourselves that we should maintain the right balance even during this. And since we are not working, it will be easier. We can definitely give time to family and family um, functions also. But at the time, we have to keep in mind that and okay, I attended it for 2 or 3 days. Next day, I should be able to come back to my professional. I should uh, my mindset, having my laptop in my front and learning something new. So that is the approach, that is the attitude we have to keep throughout our break period if we are willing to restart again. Let's move to next slide. So other than that, there are many other things to keep ourselves positively motivated. We have to keep positive attitude, because once we take a break, uh, even when we are giving the interviews, new interviews, or when we decide that we want to restart, or even in surrounding people's comments, um, everyone starts taking sometimes us casually, but we have to keep our own positiveness. No, I want to start. I want to restart after this. I am, that is why I need to do this. I need to focus on my professional growth also. That positive attitude, and let us not pay attention to whoever says what. Always it is our inner voice that is guiding us, and we have to utilize our time in right way. So let us keep a positive attitude. We should not get upset by comments from other people who have who may not be experiencing the same thing, because everyone's life is different. Everyone situations that everyone goes through are different. So it is absolutely not required to get upset. We have to always keep positive attitude that yes, I want to do this. Let anyone say now, after so many years of gaps, you may not be able to catch up. We have to prove, we have to definitely take some extra efforts at that time, that I'm still relevant with the current technology. I will be able to produce. It may need some little more time, fine. The person who is working all along and to catch up to catch up in the new organization, uh, everyone needs time to understand. But okay, I may need some more time. If other people are needing 2 hours, I may need initially. for 1 or 2 months initial period, yes, it may happen that you will need 4 hours instead of two other people. But then we have to decide that positively, I want to do this, I have chosen this, I will do it. So then we should be, and that is the break, during the break period, what we have freshness we have achieved, what energy we have achieved, what enthusiasm we have achieved will help us definitely to stay, to work longer, work harder during initial 1 or 2 months. Even in my case, it happened that after restarting initial 2 months were very, very tough, I will say. But put right efforts, be ready to work long hours or work on weekends, because it is your time. You need to catch up, you need to catch up something once. Just like a vehicle, when it starts from neutral to first gear to second gear, third gear, it takes time. It cannot directly go into fourth gear and take up the speed. So for that transition period, you need to definitely put your efforts, and you will definitely get a support from your family also, because you have already planned it in that way, that now I am restarting at the right time when I will get full support from my family. So keeping that positive attitude will help ourselves achieve that, and we will definitely need to keep more focus on our work in the initial few days to and that has to be supported by our own positive attitude. If we lose that time, if we say, "Nahi, I will give up, I cannot do it anymore," then that problem will arise. Then that negativity should not appear, and that positivity has to be built during the break period and also in the later stage, if we want to continue. After 2 months, I will say, it becomes a routine, and you are already part of the routine. Your body, mind, intellect, everything starts working as a professional 100 as you were working earlier, so in professional manner. So that initial 1.5 month, 1.5 month is also very important to keep ourselves continuously positive, to keep ourselves positive. We have this forum also, that is the reason we can always share our experiences in such forums of PMI, where we can be aware that okay, such problems may come, and I will need to overcome. You can always also get the help also by sharing with the friends. Then second thing is focus on healthy diet and exercises, meditation. This is all to keep your positive attitude, as well as uh, uh, the diet. That means, in my example, I'll say that okay, earlier I used to have the uh, during office when I was working, it's natural to have more number of tea and coffee breaks, lot of time, and have tea and coffee. I like also, but later on when I was at home, I reduced it. I focus on a better diet and exercises that help me later. When I restarted the job, you need something to give, means to reduce something, you need to give something to your mind. So if I have been continuously taking tea all throughout the day, even when I was at home, then I, after going to work, it's nothing new for my nothing new. But what I did is I reduced, I focused on healthy diet during the break period, and that is the reason when I restarted after the break, uh, and I had to focus fully on my work. I had to keep bring back full focus on my work, and then at that time getting the because that helps me in focusing back my work, in getting back to my professional routine. But if I would have continuously uh, doing that chalo chalta attitude all throughout the break period, then it would have been difficult for me to achieve the professional level back. So that health, healthy diet and exercises that have maintained me in last few years of break will again help me in adjusting to my stressful routine back after I rejoin the work. As we said, we can always enjoy the social events and get-togethers of our choice, but keep it limited and enjoy time with family and friends, maintain and keep it limited at the same time, so that we can focus on our professional growth also. So social events, we can also attend few social events like PMI conclaves or seminars, webinars. Keep engaged so that our socialization parts also gets fulfilled. At the same time, we are professionally also getting groomed up, and at the same time we can enjoy some time with our family and friends. We can always use this, utilize our time. How do we utilize this? We can use our this time, break period time, is in maintaining good relations with our support system. We can ensure that our support system is very ready, like household helpers, laundry, grocery, vegetable. If everything is systematically arranged during that period, later on when we restart, that will give us a lot of support. So we will know, means we will be in full control also, and the people will help us also, if we are being nice, if we have maintained good relations with our support system. When we restart, people will, okay, now I'm not there at home, can you please come at late or evening or early morning. People will, at least for first few days, during your initial, right, people should help you. And that is the way, because your basic daily routine at least should continue. At the same time, you are taking additional responsibility of adjusting yourself at new workplace. And because of the break, you have to keep yourself more active, more alert. You have to give that energy. So you will definitely, you cannot do 10 things at a time. So your household support system has to be perfect to support you very well. And that you can also plan and do it well in advance during your break period. We can move to the next slide. So these are the tips. Of course, everyone has his or her own way of adjusting. This is from my experience I'm sharing, and sometimes it may happen that, okay, although we have planned, something will go somewhere wrong, and it may not work out also. But that positive mindset, that the mentality that we have developed during this break period, will help us to find alternatives quickly and adjust to those alternatives quickly. That is very important. uh, we all again can are having a slide, what is importance of rainwater harvesting, that is a question in this slide. So let us together try to answer. Everyone is welcome to write your views in chat. What all we have seen, you can link it to the rainwater harvesting, and linking this our professional mindset keeping during the break period is that linking it with rainwater harvesting. You can share your thoughts in the chat. Right. Someone has written very true conservation of resources. Yes, absolutely right. So what we are doing, maybe doing in our professional journal, break also period also, we are just conserving our resources so that they can be used at the right time. Investing in future, perfect. Save your energy for future, very good. Collect important points and values at right point in time, really good. Good view. Promotes self-sufficiency, where absolutely right. Collecting the right skills and using the energy and skills to reserve, to harvest better job opportunities, perfect, very good. So really good thoughts are coming up in the chat, and like that together we can definitely achieve our goals. So let's move to the next slide. So before restarting, we may have to specially prepare us how to wow, means how do we really do that ourselves, groom ourselves professionally. We will also see this. So we had seen it from the during the utilizing the break period perspective, but now it is, let us say, we have earlier slide you have seen that when we should start. That decision is also important. That when we are fully ready and we have the same level of commitment, dedication as when we started as a fresher, that enthusiasm when we had. We have now decided that we want to restart. The journey is not easy because in 9 out of 10 interviews you will be rejected because of a break, and maybe or rather I will say thousand out of 999 interviews will be rejected, but fine, we need only one interview to succeed to get the job. But to prepare that, during when we start preparing ourselves, that okay, I want to work now and I have to start preparing myself for getting ready for the interviews. How, what we can prepare ourselves is, we can presentation and documentation skills we can improve throughout the break period. And that when we are volunteering with some of the organizations, it automatically gets updated, our presentation and documentation skills. When we are giving presentations in webinar, we are preparing the slides, so that presentation documentation skills automatically get upgraded when we are keeping ourselves engaged in such volunteering activities. Then second stage is our resume building. It has to be, we have to justify it properly why we needed a break and I opted a break. We should not feel ourselves guilty of taking a break. We have to definitely confidently present to the interviewer or to the organization, whoever means where we are joining, that okay, I needed a break, I opted took a break, but now I'm fully confident and I'm giving my 100%. That confidence will should come, and that has to be represented in our resume. We can take also professional help if required to how to present it correctly, uh, like for resume writing. And we have to give a justification, true justification, whatever it is. uh, then secondly, we have to focus on our subject matter expertise. Rather than just saying um, what I need, means what kind of job I am looking, how am I fit to that job, what is my subject matter expertise, what I have what are my core competencies, and where I can contribute related to that job description, where are the areas where I can contribute. So that is very important to mention in the resume. We have to brush up also our skills as and when necessary. Mostly, even if after a long break, even if we start within 15 days, we start within 1 week to 15 days, we start recollecting everything that we have worked upon. Even if this is my experience, uh, and so we if we in between, sometimes if we have brushed up, if we have kept ourselves in professional engagement, within a week of after joining, immediately everything starts, uh, you start remembering. Also, if it happens, your thought process also, it means this is my personal experience, I'll share that my mother tongue is Marathi. So after staying at home for few days, um, I had switched thinking process, means whatever we think is also mostly Marathi words come. But when you switch, the moment you start the professional work again, automatically it turns back to English or sometimes Hindi when you are explaining to colleagues. So that naturally your brain tunes to that automatically without taking any efforts. So uh, it is not very, means we do not need to take any specific efforts for that, but we have to just keep our mind focused that okay, I have to start it sometime, and that is the reason we can keep ourselves with that focus. So in between, keep brushing up our skills. So anyway, when we are presenting, volunteering, when we are presenting in PMI, those skills are getting brushed up automatically, or any other organizations, when or any other activities. Let us say we are doing with some NGO, with where means, let us say doing plantations or whatever maybe we may do. uh, it helps us in planning and organizing some way, and that helps us in keeping our skills brushed up. But additionally, we can also take efforts to brush up our skills as and when necessary. Most importantly, that helps us to stand out from the crowd with confidence. Okay, I opted a break, fine, but now I want to start and I have these abilities. That even during the break period, I have these abilities developed. We will be able to present it confidently. We will be able to stand out from the crowd with the confidence. We will be ready to be ready and prepared to answer patiently as an our mature and when we are doing many things, even after taking a break, the maturity also slowly grows up. So I will say our patience also grows up to to answer to the questions, or if someone tries to manipulate you, you will not get easily uh, come into that effect of that situation, but your patience increases, you are able to respond better than if you are focused on your professional journey. Do not get and negate let's not get demotivated by any negative remarks on our break from employment agencies, interviewers. Also many times I've heard such negative remarks, but that patience increases. No, I have given right time, I have given right to every situation in my life, and now I'm confident that I want to give 100% to my work. Now when I'm restarting my work, I want to definitely give my 100%. I am able to capable of doing that. That is how uh, we will be confident, and we can answer that patiently. We can explain it to the interviewer or to the organization where we are uh, working, when where we start working. So just before we start working, we have to prepare ourselves to face all this situation. We have to prepare ourselves. Let us go to next slide. Can we move to next slides? So, okay, someone has also written optimal utilization planning for drought and the keeps life sustainable. Very good. And every drop of this is referring to earlier slide chats. We missed out few answers earlier. So I'm just reading through that. We missed out some chats. Using collecting the right skills and using the energy and skills reserved to harvest better job opportunities. Yes, so let's come back to our slides now. Before restarting, now this is second part. That during interview also, uh, there will be some negative remarks because of why you opted a break. Now how you will restart. So demonstrate your willingness to restart and readiness to take that extra efforts for learning. During interview, if we are specifying that, okay, I due to break, I may need a little more time, but I'm ready to invest that. And uh, be open to start for contract jobs initially to prove yourself. Be open to work on weekends or other time shifts. That will give you not only more openings, but also will give you show your preparedness to take extra efforts when you restart. You are not willing to start just for the need, but you are really willing to groom yourself professionally to make yourself professionally competent. That should be visible during the interview, and also during first few days when you are after you join in any new organization. You have to be ready to give your 100%. And for that, let's be we can be open. That is how means when we decide take a decision to restart, be open to contract jobs for the initial period, open to work in any other time zones. Nowadays there are many remote opportunities are also available, but I would say that at least initially after restarting, it is better to work from office, because any remote opportunity you may not get that easily tuned up, because you do not have anyone around you to see. When you go to office, you automatically it is easier to get switched to your new environment, get be fully focused and cut off from the home for at least for few hours, 8 hours. So that becomes easier. So when we are restarting work from office opportunity, but of course whatever we get we can uh, opt it for the, initially. But any other conditions like work from office or 24/7 support, different time zone, working in different time zones, that usually you are usually other people may not opt easily. So you can take advantage of that, and you are available to join immediately, because you do not have any notice period to serve. That is your plus point. So do not hesitate to do so, and immediately accept the offer. Join as soon as possible, because that is the only way you can get a job uh, when you are restarting. That is the only one advantage you have, not the only way, but one advantage, definitely one advantage you have over others who are serving the, who have to serve the notice period. Let's move to the next slide. So we have come to the end of our session, presentation, not session actually. We will be having, after this, we will be having a breakout room session where we all will brainstorm together in the groups, and then we will be coming back to for the question and answer session. So, but the last but not least message is: arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So let us keep ourselves awake, aware, and awake throughout our journey, whether it may be a break or it may be when we are working. Both at both times, we have to keep ourselves awake. We have to keep ourselves alert and stop not till the goal is reached. Ultimately, we have to ensure that our goal gets reached. And if anyone can write in the chat, like who is the author of this famous quote? Yes, Anindita has written it correctly. It's and Anshul has also written it correctly. Swami Vivekananda, who who is the author of this famous, inspiring quote. So always let us keep this in mind: that arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Thank you all for having and listening patiently to this wonderful session, and really enjoyed with your answers, interactive in the chat window. So let's have over to Sultana further.
Yeah, it was a very insightful session from you, Swati. I'd like now to thank you and present to you this certificate of appreciation from our end.
I said thanks for this wonderful session and giving me opportunity to speak to PMI Mumbai chapter in this session. Thank you to Sultana for conducting this overall event. Thanks to Sangeeta and other PMI Pune chapter board members and Women Empowerment Committee.